Hey everybody, I hope that you're doing well and you had a good weekend. Today I wanted to follow up with a video talking about the poll that I did last week, I think it was last Friday, asking if you all were aware that verbs ending in ed in English actually have 3 different pronunciations. So instead of the ed ending sounding like ed, they actually have 3 different pronunciations. So we have a d sound, d. We have a t sound, so the T, or we have id, the ID that I mentioned. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit and let's focus on the ID ending first. So when do we pronounce words ending in ed, like id, the sound id at the end? So we want to use id when the verb alone, not with the ending, alone ends in either a T or a T sound or a D or a D sound. Okay, so let's look at a couple of examples. So want, when we add the ed is going to sound like wanted because want ends in a T. The word start alone ends in a T. So when we go ahead and add the ed ending, it's going to sound like started. Okay, decide. Now, decide technically ends in an E, but it's a silent E. We're not pronouncing that E sound. We're pronouncing the D. So it goes back to the rule, words ending with a D or a T. So decide, when we add the ed ending, is going to be pronounced decided. Okay. What about the verb hate? Hate ends in a T-E. We don't pronounce the E, so it's the T sound. Hated. Okay, so id is the sound that words ending in ed make when the actual verb alone ends in a D or a T sound. Okay, I hope that that's clear. Let's move on to the T sound of the ending. So when do verbs sound like they end in a T when put with an ed ending? Verbs that end in sounds including a P, F, S, CH, SH, or K, when transformed, when adding the ed ending, sound like a T sound at the end. Okay, for example, kiss ends in an S, and when we add the ed ending onto kiss, it becomes kissed. Kissed is the way we would pronounce kiss with the ed ending. Kissed. Another verb would be watch. Watch ends with a CH. So we add the ed ending onto watch and it becomes watched. Okay, what about walk? Walk ends in a K. When we add ed onto walk, it becomes walked. Okay, one more for T. So laugh technically ends in a GH. But the sound that GH make together make a F sound. So laugh added with the ed becomes laughed. Okay, now what about just the D sound ending? Now, basically, all of the other words are generally going to have the ed ending sound like D, just a regular D sound. So agreed, cried, cleaned. Okay, so it's important to really focus in and kind of really understand and memorize the ID ending and the T ending, and then the D ending will just kind of fall into place after that. So how can we practice this? The best way to practice with this is to listen to as much English as possible. So whether you like to watch a TV show on Netflix, whether you like to watch a movie, read a book and listen to the audiobook at the same time, or even listen to a podcast. Music is another good option. However, the pace of music can sometimes become difficult to really hone in on the pronunciation. But if you really like music, then certainly that's another good way to listen to English. So try and find a show that you're watching on Netflix that maybe is more colloquial. So for example, a good show would be Friends, if you kind of like that type of a show. So try and watch that in English. Try and find a show you like, watch it in English, and really try and hone in on the pronunciation of these words. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you guys have a good day and a good week. Bye, everyone.